Riley Chevrolet, Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, Cox Business, Crest Insurance Group, Recon Auto Detail, First Chiropractic, PGA Tour Superstores, and by Meridian Wealth Management. Wealth well managed, life well lived.
Oh, what a ball game today. Arizona Stadium, 41,000 plus got their money's worth as it came down to the very bitter end. Arizona able to hold off and win tonight versus North Dakota State University by a score of 31-28. The Arizona Wildcats are now 2-1 on the season. What a ball game. We're going to take telephone calls. We'll talk about the performance of Jaden DeLaura. We'll talk about the defense. We'll talk about North Dakota State. An electric atmosphere today at Arizona Stadium. 10,000 fans showed up from North Dakota. 41,000 in the place, and it was rocking from the get-go and all the way to the very, very end. Again, if you went to the ball game, you got your money's worth as Arizona wins 31-28. Let's get initial hot takes and reaction, instant reaction from this ball game. We'll go to our Arizona letterman, Kelvin Efon, Glenn Howell. Let's start it, guys. Just give me what you thought of what you saw tonight, some of the things that stuck out to you. We'll start with the captain, Kelvin Efon.
Man, I just feel like that the guys are just out there just hungry. They had to have this. Coach Tom used to always say you have to have it. A lot of people want it, but they had to have it, and just they battled all the way through. They fought. I thought the offensive line, the running backs ran the ball well. The quarterback DeLaura just had a fantastic game. He was just smart with the ball. He just really proved that last week game it just was not him. Yep. But just overall, man, I just thought the defense with the stops, it was just a fun. It just looked like Wildcat football, just passionate guys making plays all over the place.
Well, my thing was I thought they were tough, the toughness, and I'm not talking about physical toughness. I'm talking about mental toughness, is because they got ran on for 283 yards on the ground, and they needed a stop to win the game, and they did. They made the stop because they said they were going to just run the ball right at you, and we're going to make a stop. They made a stop, so that was a mental stop. I think not more than physical. That was a mentally. They were tough mentally. They forgot about what was going on during the game because they were getting. It was looking pretty bad at times where they were getting just plowed over, and they did a great job of coming back and staying mentally focused and dialed it in and won this game.
When you look at what Arizona did and what Arizona accomplished tonight, there's so many different ways we could go with this ball game. And again, we'll take telephone calls if you'd like to chime in. 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. There's a lot of things that we could talk about. In fact, can I dial something up, JW, if you don't mind, early on, before we get to the highlights? Can you give me that fourth quarter stop that you have over here on those? Yeah, just get it queued up for me in just a second, guys. Because here's what I'm going to say first and foremost. Lamont said this on the broadcast. Arizona needs to stop North Dakota State. Arizona has no business stopping North Dakota State because North Dakota State had just done nothing but ran the ball down your throat with reckless abandon. They ran at will. They were able to stop you. And I'm leaving the press box, coming because we got to leave the stadium early. So I'm walking with my radio in my ear, listening to Lamont and Brian, and I could hear the crowd behind me making noise. And when they got to that fourth quarter, in Arizona, they needed to stop. Arizona needed to stop. But up until that point, he had talked about that their legs were tired. The defense was dragging. The North Dakota State fellas had just imposed their will. They're firing off the ball. Alepke's getting the ball, and before you even touch him, he's getting 5 yards, and he's carrying Arizona Wildcats with him. He had a phenomenal game, 3 touchdowns. And at that point, he owned the Arizona Wildcats up until this play. And Lamont Lovett said this in the broadcast as I'm walking over there to my car, and I've given myself the fist pump as I hear this play unravel, and I hear what Lamont says. Let's play that fourth quarter stand, that line in the sand they drew tonight, which gave the Arizona Wildcats a victory.
Fourth down, they need 3 here, and they bring in Cole Payton, their backup quarterback. Lipke to his left in the backfield. Here we go. 4th down and 3. Peyton gets the snap. Peyton surges forward. Did he get enough? No, he did not. Arizona will take over the football.
That's a big-time stop by Arizona. Gutsy call, North Dakota State, but Arizona came out big there. That's the definition of bear down on that play. Arizona, they drew a line in the sand, and they did not let him pass that line. That's a big-time play by the Arizona defense.
Jerry Roberts, who's been the Wildcats' top tackler through 2 games, gets the initial hit. Help from his teammates. Cats take over, trailing by 4 with 8:59 to go.
Guys, that's it right there. We ask on the pregame show every week, what Wildcat's going to make a play? Talking about Coach Tomey, Larry Smith. Who's going to make a play today? Jerry Roberts, at that point, did 2 things that make Arizona football special. Number 1, we asked that question, who's going to make a play? Jerry Roberts said, I'm going to make that play. Yeah. And just like Lamont said, guys, that is the epitome of what it means to bear down. Your backs are against the wall. You're tired. Your arms are hanging. You can't even put your hands on your hips. You're so tired. Your legs are shot. They mentally just beating you down. But somebody, and I was thinking about this when they bring in that backup quarterback, and they bring in that running quarterback, and it flashed before my eyes. What you two tell me each and every week, which Wildcat's going to make a play? And I was thinking, Jerry Roberts, come on. I need Jerry Roberts to make a play. He's the Wildcat that you got to count on right there. And, fellas, he stood tall in the saddle. And I tell you right now, Coach Tomey, Coach Smith, they're looking down.
Yeah, they are. They are looking at it saying, hey, man, they made the play. And, there's a lot of guys that made plays tonight. Yeah. And, I mean, there was just a ton of guys. Bars made a couple plays.
Bars, Jalen Harris, Hunter Eccles.
Jalen Harris, man. Jalen Harris went out of the game. Yeah. Went out of the game and then came back and then started making plays again. Yeah, man. I mean, that showed me some toughness. We got tough guys. We're starting to develop tough guys. And Eccles went out, came back.
Yeah, he did.
And came back and was making plays. We're developing toughness.
I thought Jalen Harris looked like he was done for the year. The way he was bent over like that,
shoulder,
with his shoulder hanging down.
Shoulder, man.
And I guess it was a stinger. He comes back in there. Kelvin, we asked last year. What was the one thing we asked about all last year? Where are my dogs? I need some dogs to play. Guess what? You saw them tonight.
Yeah, especially versus a very feisty, nasty, tough team. A team that came out and was going to fight you and battle you for every little yard. I mean, they was pushing before the play, pushing after the play, all up in your grill, and our guys did not back down 1 inch. I thought this was a great game to learn how to win. Versus a championship team that knows how to win, right? And was rotating all kind of guys and had their guys fresh. Another shout out I want to give is that offensive line.
Yep.
Yeah. DeLore had time. Yes, he made great decisions and ran the ball when he needed to run the ball. But I thought the offensive line gave him time and clear reads to make a decision to take off with the ball or whether or not he should, get rid of the ball. He did a great job. And then that big play to Cowing. You said something earlier, Glenn, about Cowan wasn't moping. He wasn't looking like a prima donna. Coach Tomey used to love to talk about the prima donnas. He wasn't looking like a prima donna. Yeah. He just played football, and look how it came back to him to make a big play. That's toughness.
Yeah,
that's mental toughness.
He came back, wasn't getting the ball all game. He makes a 4th down play, and then he makes the winning touchdown.
That catch was crazy.
Yeah, that was
it was like almost like a no look.
Yeah.
It was almost like he was looking downfield and he no looked it. I love that we got this on TV now.
Yeah.
So did the no look, right? They can show my action. But did the no look, and man, that kid caught that with all hands, man, and turned that corner and got that first down, man. That's something that's something to build.
And I'm trying to say we're starting to get mental toughness. I know there's all about physical toughness, but mental toughness.
Because there were times where
that's when you win your games.
There was times where they tried to steal your spirit. There were times that they were ready to step on your neck and break your back, and Arizona was down on their back, and they were reeling. And guys, we talk about all the time, Kelvin, every Wildcat Wednesday, we ask everybody who's ever worn that Block A, what's it mean to bear down? You saw tonight in that play, right?
Yeah, man, you saw it everywhere. I go back and I think of Jonah Coleman.
Yes.
Little Jonah. Yeah. I mean, the toughness that we saw coming out of Stockton, California, I love it when I see a recruit bring what he has to the table. The kid runs low to the ground. He's physical. I mean, he wasn't bad. The nice hammer to put in there to add. And then Speedy Luke made a play.
Speedy Luke, right.
Yeah.
Made a nice play, man, to get us down to the goal line. And then Michael Wiley.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about the backs, but these backs, listen to me now. These backs got something there. Did you see what North Dakota State? I'm getting a little excited here.
Yeah.
No,
But did
please.
you see what North Dakota State had going there where they was rotating 3 and 4 and 5 guys? That's kind of what Fish is trying to do there. And I kind of see.
And he can do.
And he can do it because
yeah.
all these guys had the talent to do it, and they're coming in ready to make a play.
How about Jacob Manu? Where he just came out of nowhere.
Another Servite kid.
He was 59.
Right. Am I right?
He was all over the field.
I'm telling you.
And how about the coaches making the decision to give him a shot?
Yeah.
This
And-
early in the season.
And still played Colby Cage.
Right.
Colby Cage still was making
What,
plays.
yeah, what they actually was planning together because they were smart enough. They made a coaching adjustment where they brought out one of the DBs and brought
they
in
put it-
and
Because
brought
you
in
need
Brady
Brady
Line.
Ross.
You
Yeah.
needed
That
that
was a
linebacker.
smart
Yeah.
adjustment. That's why the run defense, it was a little stouter than probably before because it could have been worse with the way that these guys, because they have a physical run game that works against everybody.
All right, I'm going to get telephone calls in just a second. So, guys on hold, I'll get right to you. 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. Two more things we got to talk about. Number one, I can't believe it's been, Kelvin, we've been on the air here for a couple of minutes. Glenn has not brought up the play of the tight end yet. I mean, come on. Come on.
I'm waiting. I was just waiting.
No,
to let you
I
guys
want
get
to hear
all
it.
out.
Go. Let's go.
The tight ends just played unbelievable tonight. I mean, they were catching balls. They were making big plays. And they are now officially a part of the offense.
Well, before Arizona never had a tight end coach. Jordan Pow now working with these guys. And Kelvin, how much did they help Jaden DeLora tonight?
Oh,
Man, huge because now you got this big body and those kids got hands. I mean,
Yeah, they do.
lines. Those guys are catching the ball with straight hands. Even the catch he caught out of bounds. They make you trust them. They make you believe in them. We keep bringing up that word, the trust. This quarterback is finding out who are the guys that are willing to catch the ball in tough, difficult situations.
He threw a jump ball to him on the sideline.
Yeah, he went and got it and came down with it all paused.
Yep.
So
and the tight end is getting over the middle. It's getting a deeper route. So they are
So
officially,
they're not the little dump routes that I was talking about.
They are officially a part of the offense, and now opponents have to look for our tight end. So that's going to open up to these other guys. These other guys are going to start getting open even more.
Receivers.
So now they're going to look. They're going to try to lock down our tight end, make sure they're not a factor. And then the other guys are going to be open. So the defensive coordinators are going to be like, who do we stop? Who do we stop? So and then DeLora, when he gets outside of the pocket, he's running. He's running. He wasn't running before.
I want to take a whole segment just to talk about Jaden tonight, right?
Yeah, and that's what he's doing. He's learning step by step. And that's what's the good thing. We're moving forward, guys. That's what we're doing. We're moving forward.
All right, Wildcat fans, you guys know the number 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. We also welcome everybody watching us on YouTube tonight as well, 520-848-1290. You ready to take some telephone calls, JW? All set up. Let's go to Philip on line one. Philip, welcome. You're on Wildcats Radio 1290. Bear down.
Fuck you, Rich.
Okay.
These clowns. Where are these clowns? Who are these clowns?
You know
man?
what? You're not going to rain on our parade tonight. 520-848-1290. The number for you to join us here on the program. All right, let's get to the Desert Diamond best bet of the night because the Cats, hey, you know what? We're going to cash some tickets tonight.
How did the 1290 crew do today with their best bets? Let's find out how they did in today's pregame show. Today's best bets are brought to you by Desert Diamond Sportsbook, Arizona's best bet.
All right, guys, the best bet tonight, Arizona's best bet. The line came out late and started at 1, and then it went up to 3. It was all over the place, different places all over. But the one thing we know, Arizona was either a pick 'em or an underdog. So we were going to say 3 points. All three of us said, let's go Cats. Take Arizona and get the 3 points. They end up winning by 3. So it's a win all the way across if we took Arizona, cashing tickets against the FCS. The best the FCS has to offer. Did you think it was going to be that close?
Yeah.
Did you think it was good?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I called 34 to 28. That was my call on the score.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I said 31-28.
Yep.
Pretty
I think
sure.
you were right.
Pretty
You
sure.
did.
Yeah, because I knew it would be a close game, and to be real with you, I thought maybe 3 the other way,
Right.
For North Dakota State. But I felt like with it being such a close game, I had to give us the edge there, being that we were at home. And
Why did you think it was going to be such a close game?
well, I looked at both games, the San Diego State game, and I went back and looked at the Mississippi State game, and I said, you know what? I think that these guys learned the lesson right here. I think these guys want to win. They came out, they executed, scored a touchdown, and then Mississippi State's having all those veteran players, all the senior-led players, kind of got to them. I thought that game helped them to get ready for this game, so that's why I thought that they would have a good chance because of the competition that got them ready.
Yeah, and I also thought that, that game, if we don't make those mistakes in the Mississippi State game, we're in the game. We might win that game.
I keep telling everybody.
Yeah.
I keep telling everybody it was a one-possession game going into that fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So don't be down.
That's why you have to watch the game
right.
sometimes.
Yeah,
you can't just look at the scores, get on the computer, and pick it and be like, oh, they got blown out.
Yeah.
No, it was a game.
They did. It did.
And it was all fixable things that you saw fixed tonight.
Yeah, and we said this on the pregame show. I said that this is a game that we can win if we don't make mistakes.
Right.
We take care of the ball. We run the ball. We ran the ball efficiently. Okay. We didn't turn the ball over. Okay. And then we also only had one penalty.
We're gonna get into the beauty of this game and how clean it was for the Wildcats and the decisions they made coming up here on the program. But that's tonight's Best Bets, brought to you by Desert Diamond Casino.
Our keys to the game are brought to you by the Royal Automotive Group. Royal Automotive, the dealership that is different.
All right, go ahead. Can you go ahead and play the Best Bets for us? No. Okay, I'll come back. Okay, that's our Best Bets, brought to you by Desert Diamond Casino, Arizona's best bet. All right, coming up, we'll take your telephone calls. Paul, I got a chance to meet Paul. He came by to see us. We'll talk to him. Coming up, we'll also get some highlights from you, and we'll do the Royal Automotive keys to the game. All coming up as Arizona wins 31-28 over North Dakota State University. We'll continue with you. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio. This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, handed to Matherin between the rings. Over for Creasa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Koloko. Creasa around it, drives right. Throw it for Koloko, who slams it down for 2. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
4th down and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the shotgun. Step to his left. Step the handoff. It is good. Backfield and drop. No gain, loss on the play. Cats take over.
That's a huge play by Arizona. Explosive play in the backfield that time.
Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson. Dalen Terry quickly the other way, out to Tabellas, down the lane to throw it down with the left hand. Look out. The Locomotive slams it home.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Rare. Show will be back in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning into our stream. Until then, how about some great moments from the University of Arizona Wildcats?
4th down and 2, Arizona. Down 14-0. Wildcats on 4th down this year are 12 of 20. Offset backfield. Plummer to throw the ball, looking, throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it's hot! Touchdown, Arizona! Oh, did they need that? My goodness, Booby Curry had to leap in the air to take the ball over the top of the defender, and the Cats are on the board. ASU with the ball, down by 11, so they have to go. Steal by Koloko. He's going to drive the other way and slam it home, and foul by Lawrence.
Why Lawrence contested the big man, Christian Koloko, with defensive steal and flush.
Lawrence picks up his 3rd foul. Big guys love to play point guard. Koloko looked like one driving down that was from mid-court. 3-point lead again for TCU. Down to 30 seconds left. Matherin with the ball for the Wildcats. Matherin around a Koloko screen, picked up by Lampkin. Go outside for Koloko. Feed it to Terry, right corner. Terry can't go baseline. Circles back out top to Matherin. 10 to shoot. 16 left in the ballgame. Matherin, 3 balls straight away. Good!
That's
We're
a
tied.
huge shot for Ben Matherin in Arizona. Timeout TCU. This ball game is knotted up.
12.6 seconds to go. Ben Matherin drains a deep 3 from straight away. He's got 24 points, and we're all even.
Hey, sports fans, this is Rich Herrera. Thanks so much for tuning into our stream. Back in just a bit. Until then, how about some highlights from the University of Arizona?
Well lived. This is the home of the Arizona Wildcats. Wildcats Radio 1290.
The Arizona Wildcats win 31-28. They're now 2-1 in the season. You have to sing "Bear Down" twice in the locker room, fellas. They went 20 games, 20 games
nice.
without being able to sing "Bear Down" now twice this season. And I tell you what, that San Diego State one, we have the sound of that. That sounded like just music to everybody's ears. And I'll use the worst cliche I could think of. This one was probably the most heartfelt version because it really was bear down. It was bear down in that 4th down play in the 4th quarter that preserved the victory for the Wildcats.
Absolutely, it absolutely did. Tonight was a valiant effort, I would say, because we just were tough. We're mentally tough. I thought I was thinking through this whole game of how North Dakota State was trying to just mentally break us down, just abuse us and just like run the ball down there. And then you can see on the television, okay, I was watching the 4th quarter on television. Those guys were sitting there saying that, all the tight ends and all the fullbacks were having a fun time. They were laughing, all the North Dakota's guys, they were laughing and they were clowning and everything. And they thought that game was over.
Right.
They thought it was over.
They looked like they had broken Arizona's back because they're running the ball down their throat, and Arizona wasn't able to stop them.
And Arizona, for the first time ever last year versus NAU, lost to a FCS school. Those guys watched the tape. They thought this was the same team that was going to break, just like that team did. So, of course, you continue to pound the ball down their throat, thinking that it's going to be over with. But these guys did that word that we say, burn down. They burned down right there physically. You can go to it. Now they have it on tape. That's what you want, Rich. You want to be able to have it on tape where you can show guys where you burned down and why it was important to the team. And now that'll make other guys, because it was nothing like the coach on Sunday showing the film and the highlight and you're on it. And you made
when
the
they
play.
show that play, Cowing, and Jerry Roberts and Hunter Eccles and some of those.
And bars.
But do you hear
Jalen Harris?
And do you hear what you guys are doing? You're naming multiple names.
Right.
Yes,
That's when you have a team.
Yes.
Not a group of individuals. You come together as a fist and you make something happen. Not a bunch of a guy here and a guy there.
Manu doing his work. earning his scally.
So can I throw one thing out before we go back to the phones, and Paul and Tim, I'll get to you in just a second. I think we do need to tip our cap to North Dakota State, because that was an awfully good football team. That was everything that we thought we'd see, and then some, fellas. I think we do have to mention and make sure that we give credit where credit is due, because North Dakota State came in here. It was a heavyweight fight. They threw every punch they possibly could, and it's like watching somebody go toe-to-toe with a heavyweight champion, because that's what they are.
And you got to give them credit, give Arizona credit about they started making mistakes. They had a lot of penalties.
Yeah.
They had a lot of penalties. And they don't fumble the ball. They don't give up the ball. They give up the ball. There's a lot of things that they did uncharacteristic.
Out of character. I'll say it, out of character.
Yeah.
But again, Kelvin, we talked about it. They play bully ball, and they came in here and tried to bully the Wildcats, and the Wildcats were able to dig down in that fourth quarter and find something.
Yeah, and I say it again. That, to me, is the most important thing out of this, is figuring out a way to win a game where you are getting bullied a little bit. Because, we all grew up and you got the big bully, and he's bullying you around and you're a little afraid of him until one day you fight him.
Yeah.
And you actually figure out that, you know what, I'm a little tougher than what I think. So I think this win is going to go a long way. It's a FCS school, but again, this is a championship team. You fought and you felt what it feels like. You can't beat somebody up until you know what it feels like to get beat.
Okay. Can I throw? I want to throw this out, because we and this is what's going to happen. And in fact, Lamont talked about it in the post game wrap up, and we're going to mention FCS. You know what? Yeah, they are an FCS school. But they're the FCS school that no one has the guts to play. They haven't been able to schedule anybody for 6 years.
We got them on
6
the lottery.
years. You got them in the lottery because Rich Rod wanted to find an FCS school to play. So Dave Hickey told me that Michael Lev did a great story of talking about how Arizona kind of fell into this game with North Dakota State. But it was all the impetus of Rich Rod 3 coaches ago that brought this game together.
And they lowballed us.
Because nobody wanted to play them. So as you go FCS school, Kelvin, guess what? Arizona's the only one who has the guts to play them, because nobody else has wanted to talk to them, touch them, or even look at them, because they know they'd get embarrassed over the last 6 years.
Yeah, so that's the reason why I'm saying this is bigger than an average win. Yeah. This win right here is probably bigger than beating 30-40% of the FBS teams, right? Because you're playing a team that is really about winning championships. So
it's a legacy of winning.
Yeah,
because you know what? Nobody in the Mountain West wants to play them.
Yeah,
right.
Oh, that's a
nobody in the American wants to play them. Nobody in the football bowl subdivision wants to play them. Arizona did. For whatever reason, and I think it was crazy they did. But you come out here and you get into a slugfest and you win 31-28. I tip my cap to both sides.
And if you look at what we were talking about before the season, we was all a little bit wrong, because I was 0-3. I was 0-3, right? I would be 0-3. That's what I was thinking that was going to happen
with the games,
with our games that we played.
Because San Diego State was coming off
supposed to be good. Yeah, supposed to be a good team.
We know SEC, and then what are we going to do again? What are we going to do against these guys?
Yeah. So we're doing pretty good.
All right, let's take telephone calls. Let's go to Paul on line 1. He stopped by at the end of the pregame show. I finally got a chance to meet my friend Paul. He comes down on that Wildcat Express. Yeah, Paul from Phoenix. It was we can hear you, Paul. It was great talking to you today. Great getting a chance. Great getting a chance to spend time with you.
Hello.
Hold on, Paul. We'll get you here. All right, let me see. Can we get Paul up again? We'll try to get Paul up. Sorry, Paul, I'm having a little technical difficulty. Now I got you.
Try that.
How about that, Paul? Can you hear me now?
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
If you can hear, if you can hear me, all I can say is gut check, gut check, gut check. 2 highlights: meeting you guys and winning this game. This will go down. We will remember this one for a long time. And I can't hear you guys, but I'm going to hang up and bear down. Thanks for meeting me, you guys. You guys are the best.
All right. Thank you very much for the call. He said it right there. He said it was gut check time for the Cats, and they answered the call.
Yeah, it was, man. And and just hearing his voice, man. When you hear the people that have that type of pride and that energy, man, that's why I want this team to get back to winning, Rich. 8, 9, even 10 games a year, because there's an energy that be around here. I've been here on some winning teams, and the love that you get from the fans and the energy that's in their heart is nothing like it, man. So I want this team to get back to going to bowl games and stuff, so they can see that our fans travel. We went to the Holiday Bowl. We traveled. Yep. We traveled good. I would love to know how many people were there, because it was packed, man. And so I want the kids to know there is tradition. We have a tradition of being tough. We have a tradition of we got a lot of guys here, the NFL. So no, we got something here.
Well, I will throw a couple other things out there, and I do. By the way, I've kept our conversation about Jaden DeLora for just a little bit, because I want to separate that for the rest of the team after the week that he had last week, and everybody was like, "Oh, I'm not sure about this guy." The job that he did tonight was phenomenal. But to what you were saying, Kelvin, the Zona Zoo and the student section, they get beat up a lot over the last couple of years. How come the students don't go? How come the students don't go? I got up to the press box about half hour before the ball game. I actually hung out with the tailgaters. I have family in town. My nephew was fascinated by the Pride of Arizona band, so he wanted to go watch them warm up over at Giddings. And I thought it was just kind of cool spending time with all the band families and being over there before we walked into the stadium. But when I got in there, it was about 40 minutes before the ball game, as I climbed up into the press box, watching those kids who had been there, packed. Everybody else is still coming in. I'm walking in. The lines to get in are about 10 deep with all the North Dakota State fans, all the Arizona fans. But I was so surprised seeing all the kids in the Arizona section, student section, and they brought it from the very beginning. The Bison fans brought it. The Arizona fans brought it. It was something to behold, watching college football in front of a big stadium with a big crowd. 41,000 tonight at Arizona Stadium after not having crowds 2 years ago, small crowds last year. It was something, the energy. You could hear it on the radio, you could see it on TV, you experienced it in the stands. It was dramatic.
Yeah, it was great to see, the fans, and we got to continue to get bigger and bigger and bigger. We got to get to that sellout time. We got to be able to do that. We go up to Cal, get a win up at Cal, and then come back we come back to Colorado. Yeah, we come back for Colorado. Mm. We should sell that out. It could be
4-1.
Yeah,
I don't want to jump ahead, but wow.
Well, that's why I said this is such a big game, because if you win this one, you'll go toe to toe with Cal, and Colorado's struggling. You have a really good shot at going 4-1 once you get into the meat of that Pac-12 schedule with Oregon and all the rest. Right.
And I'll say this about the Zona Zoo, Rich, because I noticed that as well, the energy and everything they're bringing. And when we played as a player, when you had that energy from the fans and from your student section, when you see those guys around the campus and stuff and they're high-fiving you and, and that extra love, it make you want to win even more.
Right.
And sometimes when you get to losing around, you don't want to be around. Yeah. You don't even want to see the students and everything. A lot of them not coming to the games, but when you do get that dub in front of them, that make them believe in you a little bit more. When you fight and you come through for in a game like that where it looked like in the past they would lose that game, these guys coming through and winning that game, those kids that were sitting there is going to believe and sit there longer through some other games because they're going to believe that this team has a little more in them.
Jed Fish had mentioned that this week, how great it was to have fans in the stands in the fourth quarter pushing for the Cats, trying to get them across the finish line.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing for us. When you're a player and you have your fans there and they're screaming and yelling, and you get a little extra energy. Yeah. You get that extra push. You get that extra punch. You get that extra, that effort of getting to the quarterback, getting, things like that. Those are the things that happen, and that's what happened in that sequence of plays that we needed to stop them on those 4 downs, and we stopped them, man. I mean, that was an incredible series of plays of how many guys made plays every single, just unbelievable. They were getting beat all day, and then all of a sudden they're making plays.
And they found a way. All right, let's try taking telephone calls. I think we got that all straightened out. 520-848-1290. We'll go to Tim on line 3. Tim, welcome. You're on Wildcats Radio 1290. Bear down.
Hey, bear down. How are you guys doing?
Good, Tim. How are you tonight?
I'm great. Great win. The Bisons were a good team, and their fans were really cool. And I got to say that because we've had some other teams that were really nasty and you got the bitter taste of they're celebrating in your stadium. So this was really great. Kelvin was talking about the love that the players get from the fans. One thing that we've done, my wife and I, is after games we've gone up and talked to players over the years. Our very first person that we adopted and brought him treats after the game, candy bars, food, whatever he wanted, was Yusuf Scott.
Oh, man, big you. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys know Yusuf, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Come
He
on,
had
I
a
played
big
with him.
heart.
Yes, sir.
He was a great guy.
Yes.
And after the Holiday Bowl, we got him a Bubba Burger. At the Holiday Bowl.
Nice. I'm sure he enjoyed that.
Yeah.
So I'm encouraging other people to come up and meet these families of the players. They're really nice. The person that we met at the San Diego State game, our daughter is in the band. So we surprised our daughter at the San Diego State game, her first game in the band as a freshman. And we decided to surprise her, threw the dogs in the car, went to San Diego, and we met Isaiah Rutherford's family.
Oh,
and
really?
They're super cool. And so we brought Isaiah some treats after the game,
That's awesome.
some Snickers and Twix and, whatever he wanted, and some Reese's. And that's just one of the little things we do. And we've done it for the basketball team as well. We made cookies for them and done stuff like that. So we love you guys. We love your show.
You don't know how great that is.
You got to smile.
You got to understand how great that feels as a player when we get that from the fans.
Yeah. Because you're so far from home.
Yeah, I used to get that. We used to have sponsor families, and they were just unbelievable. I mean, it just made you feel so welcome, and it felt like you were at home.
Appreciate it.
I don't know if you remember me. I used to work with you at TUSD. I was a monitor at Santa Rita, and I came up and I said hi to you a couple times. I don't know if you remember me.
Right on.
Wow, that is cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
And by the way, shout out to the Pride of Arizona band. Like I said, I went over there and watched them, and it was kind of cool. They go in the middle of the building, and the band director's up on a ladder, and they're tuning their instruments, and they play and they practice the halftime show. I had never seen it before. I thought that was really cool.
That was a lot of work. They had to go through a camp to even make it into the band. They had a week-long camp in the heat of the day. It's super humid. They got rained on, all kinds of stuff. It was really tough. I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to get rid of the people that aren't.
Weed them out.
Weed them out. Exactly.
Same thing we do in football.
Survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
But I also found out.
Man, love listening to your show and bear down, man, for sure.
Thank you for the call.
Tonight.
Appreciate
Great
it.
call.
All right.
All right. Hey, by the way, Paul, if you want to call back, because I know he's riding the Wildcat Express back up to Phoenix. He comes down for all the games. We've got it. I stopped fat fingering the button so we can get you on. But I just found this out as well going over to watching the band, that they get done with the performance. They go over to the administration building. They play for another 15 minutes. Then they go back and they have a meeting. And they have film of the band at halftime, and they actually do a film session afterwards. Like last week, I don't think they got home until 2:30, and they sit there.
Awesome.
They put them up in the auditorium, and they're all sitting there.
That's why
and
they're so good.
They have the band director standing out there, Kelvin, and they've got tape, because you know what?
Eye in the sky don't lie.
Right. And if you were off, if you were standing in the wrong place, or you started too early, or you made the wrong turn, you get pointed out in the middle of the film session.
And also, I'm pretty sure, because I had a few friends when I was in school, that's how other people get your spot.
Yeah.
You lose spots.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like playing ball.
Yeah.
You don't perform, or you get out of step.
You don't grade out.
Yeah. You got somebody for you. Yeah.
That's right. There's
Somebody
a certain
waiting in the
standard.
wings.
There's a certain standard.
Depth chart comes out every week.
Yeah.
Hey, listen,
Like,
Riley, my nephew Riley, who wants to be in the band. Riley, you're third trombone, but I don't know. I think we're gonna have to drop you down to fourth trombone. You need to put in a little extra work. So. Anyway, that was really cool doing that. All right, we'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back. We'll get more telephone calls. We'll get to the highlights. We'll also get to the Royal Automotive keys to the game. That's coming up next. Arizona wins 31-28 over North Dakota State. I'm Rich Herrera, along with the Captain Kelvin Efon, Glenn Howell, right here on Wildcats Radio 1290.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
across his middle, hand it to Mathurin between the rings. Over for Krisa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Koloko. Krisa around it, drives right. Throw it for Koloko, who slams it down for 2. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Mathurin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the 3, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
4th down and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the shotgun. Step to his left. Step to hand off. Into the backfield and drop. No gain, loss on the play. Cats take over.
That's a huge play by Arizona. Explosive play in the backfield that time.
Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Mathurin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the 3, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson. Dalen Terry quickly the other way, out to Tabellas, down the lane to throw it down with the left hand. Look out. The locomotive slams it home.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Show will be back in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning into our stream. Until then, how about some great moments from the University of Arizona Wildcats?
4th down and 2, Arizona. Down 14-0. Wildcats on 4th down this year are 12 of 20. Offset backfield. Plummer to throw the ball, looking, throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it's hot! Touchdown, Arizona! Oh, did they need that? My goodness, Booby Curry had to leap in the air to take the ball over the top of the defender, and the Cats are on the board. ASU with the ball, down by 11, so they have to go. Steal by Koloko. He's going to drive the other way and slam it home, and foul by Lawrence.
Why Lawrence contested the big man, Christian Koloko, with defensive steal and flush.
Lawrence picks up his 3rd foul. Big guys love to play point guard. Koloko looked like one driving down. That was from midcourt. 3-point lead again for TCU. Down to 30 seconds left. Mathurin with the ball for the Wildcats. Mathurin around a Koloko screen, picked up by Lampkin. Go outside for Koloko. Feed it to Terry, right corner. Terry can't go baseline. Circles back out top to Mathurin. 10 to shoot. 16 left in the ballgame. Mathurin, 3 balls straight away. Good!
That's
We're
a
tied.
huge shot for Ben Mathurin in Arizona. Timeout TCU. This ball game is knotted up.
12.6 seconds to go. Ben Mathurin drains a deep 3 from straight away. He's got 24 points, and we're all even.
Hey, sports fans, this is Rich Herrera. Thanks so much for tuning into our stream. Back in just a bit. Until then, how about some highlights from the University of Arizona?
McLeod's going to line up under center. Wiley, the running back. Receiver either side. 2 tight ends.
Home of the Arizona Wildcats. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Arizona wins tonight 31-28 over North Dakota State University. Next up, the Cal Golden Bears. Arizona is now 2-1 in the season as we head into Pac-12 play. We're taking your telephone calls, 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290, the number for you to join us. Paul called earlier, but we had technical difficulties. Now we got it figured out, so let's hear from our favorite caller to the postgame show, Paul from Phoenix. Bear down, buddy.
There we bear down, guys. Oh my goodness, halfway on our way back to Phoenix. We're moving right along. But hey, I'm going to tell you right now, 2 huge highlights. 1, meeting you guys, okay, and 2, getting this victory. What a gut check! What a gut check! This team is. I have not seen an Arizona team so well coached in a long time, and it shows when we have 1 offensive penalty, and that was it. This team it's just fun to watch. And I tell you what, North Dakota State was all that we could have handled. They were it. And I think we all kind of knew that. I was trying to be a little bit in denial, but I tell you that they were it. They really were. And it was great to get a victory like that. And I tell you what, I believe a little bit before Jerry Roberts made that huge 4th down play, I believe it was Lamont or Brian, one of them mentioned that you could tell that Jerry was tired because he was going, I believe he said something like going around blocks as opposed to going through blocks. And what a gut check time. That was just, it's fun. I can't wait to get home and watch it. I hope I go to sleep tonight. But guys, thanks again. Rich, the 2 victories, there were 2 hugs, and I appreciate those 2 hugs from you. And I tell you what, I'm looking forward to it. Maybe I'll even stop by and see you guys in 2 weeks. Bear down.
Love it. Thank you very much. Tell everybody on the bus we said hello. Bear down. Paul in Phoenix, one of our celebrity callers that we love whenever we get a chance to see him, and it was nice to have him. We had a lot of folks come by the pregame show today, so that was really cool watching all that. I think Arizona had 1 penalty tonight, right?
Yeah,
1 penalty.
And it was a defensive penalty.
Yeah.
It was a defensive penalty.
Manu.
No.
It was
Manu who went. He hit
Young
the guy.
got 1 too. Young
don't
at the
think
guy.
so.
Let me double check. Here I know I can find the penalties right here. Arizona had one on Manu, and then there's one. Oh, then there was one that offset. There was one on CR Dub, Christian Roland Wallace for holding, and then there was one against Manu for they called it blocking, but it's hitting below the waist. Yeah. So that, you know what, 1 penalty. First half, no penalties. Yeah. Talk about a clean game, guys.
And you can talk about wanting to win, but actions speak louder than words, and that's what that is. Yeah. When you play a clean game, you're giving yourself an opportunity to win. I mean, it kills me. I seen 2 touchdown callback at a high school game, like a 99-yarder and a 68-yarder, because of blocks in the back that had nothing to do with the play. And so that right there in itself shows that a team is trying to put themselves in an opportunity to win. They're trying to change the culture.
Especially when you're playing a team that is as physical as the Bisons were, right?
Oh yeah, it's easy to lose, what you're trying to do when they hitting you, you know, and lose your wits about yourself when you just keep getting hit over and over again. They punch you in the face. So for these guys not to get punch drunk and to be able to figure out a way to make a play to get it done, hey, that's all that it matters in the end. Nobody's gonna remember how it looked. They just gonna remember that you got the job done.
And I think North Dakota had 4 penalties. Didn't they have 4?
They had 3. Let's see. I'm looking right here. They had first half they had 3. Second half they had 3. And there was one big one. Yeah. That face mask that extended a drive for the Cats.
So we kind of got them out of their normal thing. They don't make
mistakes.
They
threw. I thought they threw a little bit more than I would have anticipated earlier in the ball game.
Yeah. We did.
And I think they may regret that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they may end up regretting that they actually did that.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's get to the keys to the game, brought to you by the Royal Automotive Group.
Were the Cats able to unlock the keys to the game? Let's look at our pregame keys to the game. They are brought to you by the Royal Automotive Group. Royal Automotive, the dealership that is different.
All right, guys, keys to the game. I hopped out because we had D. Hall there with keys to the game. But what did you guys have for your keys to the game, and how did the Cats do?
My biggest one was run the ball. I felt like we ran it efficiently. I think that the running of DeLaura adds to what the running backs were doing. The running back had some good rushes with Jonah, Michael, and even Rashawn Luke had a few nice runs in there. And DJ had some tough runs as well. So, I can give him a check, but I want a little bit more from that group because I think there's a lot more to be had there. And then I wanted to tackle better. I didn't feel like we tackled as good as we wanted to, but when we needed it, we made some key tackles to get ourselves off the field.
Yeah, my keys to games were win first and second down. I thought we did a pretty good job on that. During, some of the play calling, I was kind of questioning a little bit, when we ran for 7 and then we passed for three plays, run the ball. I thought we did pretty good on that. I thought we excelled on the first and second down. It gave us a great chance to move the sticks and everything. And then on defensive side of the ball, I was like, we got to stop the run, and we really just didn't stop the run.
But we stopped. You did when it counted, right?
We stopped it when it counted.
Well, what did Johnny Nansen say? This was going to be a bend, don't break defense. And when they needed to not break in that fourth quarter, hats off to Jerry Roberts and the rest of that defensive crew. Jalen Harris, what a night he had tonight.
And special teams. I was saying special teams, we had to be really good. I thought we had punt coverage. They didn't have no returns. They didn't have very many returns at all. And they
held that kick returner down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So they didn't have their returns weren't very good. And then also we did we missed the one field goal. We missed one field goal and
so talk about special teams.
Yeah.
How about the fact that Arizona 50 seconds left in the first half, and Brian said this on the radio broadcast, Arizona they need to go down there and put themselves in a scoring position. And they got themselves down there in a scoring position. I thought T-Mac had caught that ball. They said pass interference. That's fine, whatever. Yeah. But they put themselves in that 3 points.
Why didn't they look at that play?
I got to ask Jed on Monday. I don't know.
It hit the ground.
Did it
hit the ground?
Yeah, it did.
Okay. I couldn't tell while we were watching the replays up in the booth, and I was doing some other stuff getting ready for halftime. But the fact that they were able to engineer that drive down there at the half to give themselves the opportunity to put those 3 points up. Kelvin, you could have easily taken a knee. You could have just kind of taken it easy, run the ball a couple times, and discretion's a better part of valor. But Jaden DeLaura led them down for a drive and gave the Cats an opportunity to put those 3 points up, and they turn out to be the difference in the ballgame.
Yeah, man, I'm starting to look at DeLaura, and he's starting to become that leader, especially in play. I don't know what's going on as far as in the background. I'm not there to see how he's pulling the guys together or whatnot. But in that huddle, I see some veteran leadership. I see some know-how. Another guy that I see is Michael Wiley. He seems to be that release valve. He seemed to be that guy you trusted. You give the ball to at the end of the game and run the clock out. There's a lot of trust there, and I see a lot of leadership with those two guys as far as the offense is concerned. And in the play of Jalen Harris, man, I mean, coming from where he was coming from, he didn't really, set the edge a lot in his early years, man. But seeing this guy making plays and getting injured and come back in the game, toughness. I mean, he's a kid that come from a good family. His dad is Sean Harris. One of the best linebackers we ever had, but he was from a real tough situation, and that kind of came out on the field. And right now Jalen is still, learning that nastiness, but it's starting to come out. I'm seeing it. I'm starting to see a little bit of that nastiness, and it's some of that's going to get in his brother one day, and we're going to have him out there too.
Yeah, I know. We're going to have, and with Jaden, I saw him getting a little pissed off at the lineman too. And that was good. I was like, wow, that's pretty good. Get on the big fellas.
No, I'll take that.
And that's leadership, man. Yeah. And he can only do that if it's allowed.
Yeah.
If it's allowed.
No, hey, listen, I'll take that right there. Those are the keys to the game, brought to you by Royal Automotive.
Our keys to the game are brought to you by the Royal Automotive Group. Royal Automotive, the dealership that is different.
All right, Cats win 31-28 over North Dakota State University. We'll get to your highlights, and we can sneak in some more telephone calls, 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. Arizona's winner, 2-1 now in the season, getting ready for the Cal Golden Bears and Pac-12 play. We'll continue with you. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
This hour of the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show is brought to you in part by Royal Cadillac Buick GMC, Goodfellas AC, The Window Depot, Lexus of Tucson, Desert Diamond. This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show, now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, hand it to Matherin between the rings, over for Krisa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Koloko. Krisa around it, drives right. Throw it for Koloko, who slams it down for two. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
Fourth down and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the shotgun. Step to his left. Step to hand off. Into the backfield and drop. No gain. Loss on the play. Cats take over.
That's a huge play by Arizona. Explosive play in the backfield that time.
Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson. Dalen Terry quickly the other way, out to Tabellas, down the lane to throw it down with the left hand. Look out. The locomotive slams it home.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Show will be back in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning into our stream. Until then, how about some great moments from the University of Arizona Wildcats?
Fourth down and 2, Arizona. Down 14-0. Wildcats on fourth down this year are 12 of 20. Offset backfield. Plummer to throw the ball, looking, throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it's hot! Touchdown, Arizona! Oh, did they need that? My goodness, Booby Curry had to leap in the air to take the ball over the top of the defender, and the Cats are on the board. ASU with the ball, down by 11, so they have to go. Steal by Koloko. He's going to drive the other way and slam it home, and foul by Lawrence.
Why Lawrence contested the big man, Christian Koloko, with defensive steal and flush.
Lawrence picks up his third foul. Big guys love to play point guard. Koloko looked like one driving down. That was from midcourt. 3-point lead again for TCU. Down to 30 seconds left. Matherin with the ball for the Wildcats. Matherin around a Koloko screen, picked up by Lampkin. Go outside for Koloko. Feed it to Terry, right corner. Terry can't go baseline. Circles back out top to Matherin. 10 to shoot. 16 left in the ballgame. Matherin, 3 balls straight away. Good!
That's a huge shot for Ben Matherin in Arizona. Timeout TCU. This ball game is knotted up.
12.6 seconds to go. Ben Matherin drains a deep 3 from straight away. He's got 24 points, and we're all even.
Hey, sports fans, this is Rich Herrera. Thanks so much for tuning into our stream. Back in just a bit. Until then, how about some highlights from the University of Arizona?
McLeod's going to line up under center. Wiley, the running back. Receiver either side. 2 tight ends. Oregon 5-man front, they shift, play fake, rolling right, McLeod looking to throw, going deep, down, trying to find Berrio, makes the catch inside the 25-yard line, still loose inside the 15, first down Arizona.
What a play by McLeod. He was smacked, but he had the presence of mind to know where Berryhill was.
Russo's Italian Restaurants, Dave and Buster's Tucson, Horn Pest Control, University Pest Control, Humane Society of Southern Arizona, and by Meridian Wealth Management. Wealth well managed, life well lived.
All right, postgame show rolls on. Arizona's winner 31-28 over North Dakota State University. Next up will be the California Golden Bears. We'll get to the highlights coming up here in just a little bit. But, guys, I wanted to take a minute, and I wanted to just devote an entire segment to Jayden DeLaura and the growth that we saw in him today. When I had my Mountain Rushmore on Friday of Wildcats and needed to make a play for the Cats to win, Jayden was on the top of my list. He had a pretty rough week last week against Mississippi State, and I know there were a lot of people that were ready to jump off his bandwagon. And, you know, you saw Coach Fish talk about it, and he had the comment, sometimes it's yes, 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 no, and then it's no, yes. Boy, tonight, I think you saw just a lot of yes. Jayden, great decision-making. Take off and pick up 5 yards. Go pick up 4 yards. Go pick up 7 yards. Because you know what? You know what Arizona was most of the night, Kelvin? Manageable down and distances, right?
Yes,
and it was a lot of that was Jayden DeLaura making something out of nothing.
Yeah, as Glenn say, winning first and second down. They did a lot of that tonight. And as a coach, being able to have that confidence in a guy, understanding that he's going to make the right play. Fish named him the starting quarterback a little early. Last year it kind of went on a little bit. He named him early, and games like this make Fish look right to the team because it matters. Because you know what they say, the best player is the backup. You know, everybody. I remember
everybody loves
Noah,
a backup. Right?
Noah came in for a little bit, and and I think that helped when Noah came in that game and threw the ball away and did the right thing with the ball. Those few reps as a starter, you look at that and you see they're like, yo, this little dude could end up taking my spot. Because I always say the best. The best way to get a guy to get right is to have somebody behind him that could come in and do his job, right? So I think that was good. I think that was good, and I think Fish feels good about his decision. I think the team can feel good about the decision because now you can start to take shape of this is my team because we played 4 quarterbacks last year, 3, right? And now you have the young guy Fafito on here. It'll be easy to start. Be honest with you, if he would have played a bad game today. If
people would have been screaming, we want to see Noah.
People would have been screaming because that kid came in and threw some pretty balls and he threw the ball away and you just did all the right things. He made good decisions. So tonight, DeLaura came out with that same attitude. He played better even than some of the games I've seen him play at Washington State. I'm telling you, because he just made great decisions all night long. And as a team, you feel like you have a chance. It make you feel like to keep fighting because you have a chance regardless of what the situation is.
Yeah, and I think that Jayden really proved himself tonight that he can. Everybody has a bad game. He can rebound and
he was trying to do too much.
He can study the film.
Yeah, he was trying to do a little too much.
He can learn from it, and the guys that are the good players are the ones that learn from their worst games, the ones that they can turn it around and come back the next game and play better. And
so for those that are watching and listening to us right now, where did you see his growth tonight, Kelvin?
Man, the biggest growth I seen was just being decisive on whether he was going to run the ball when anything wasn't there or throw the ball away. To me, that was the biggest difference that needed to be made, was just being decisive about if I don't have it, I'm going to run it or I'm going to throw the ball away. That in itself just makes the offensive lineman more comfortable. Did you notice there wasn't any holding calls on the offensive lineman? The offensive line, now I know where you at. Now when I'm blocking, I don't have to worry about you running right
you're going left and right.
You're running right into the guy. I'm blocking the guy outside, and you're running right outside to the guy. He
didn't make that extra turn.
No, he didn't.
He did not make that extra turn where he thought, if I do this, then I can get an open guy. And then now he was just saying, okay, I'm gone. I'm going to get what I can get. I'm going to get what they take me. And then live for another down.
And from my vantage point, from the press box looking down, you also saw the receivers hustling, working, and figuring out where they were going to go to try to extend. If he's going to extend a play, here's where I could break away. And it just looked like it was more organized for the wide receivers.
It was better timing today.
That's okay. That's the word I'm looking for.
It was better timing, more decisive routes.
Right.
Guys were where they were supposed to be, and it gave him a chance to look at the tight end, look at the second, look at the third guy, dump it off to the back. So it was just
the progressions were the progressions were there.
Again, I'll say this word. I know you're gonna get tired of it. Trust. You start to have a little trust because after a game like that, you have to. You have to start trusting. You can't do it all on your own, Delory, because if you do, you're going to be on the sideline, and the guy that's going to play with his teammates is going to be playing. Delory did a great job playing with his teammates, getting the ball off to guys that can make plays with it, and when he couldn't, he took his 5 and did his baseball slide. Exactly what you want to see.
Yeah, and I love that he was sliding. That's the one thing I did like. He wasn't trying to get
Taking
extra
no hits.
yard, no hits, and understanding where he needs to be safe. We need him to be on the next play, and he was throwing the ball out of bounds.
Yeah.
He had a chance. He got outside. He made sure. One time he almost looked, and he was looking where the tackle box was, and he got outside and threw the ball.
So avoided the penalty. And I was going to say, one of the things I love, too, he was on that sideline where Gale Sayers got hurt at. A lot of guys get hurt on the sideline because they let up right on the sideline thinking that the defensive player is going to let up, and they come and get you sometimes, and guys hurt their knee, different injuries happen, career ending. I loved when he jumped up on the sideline like that, and that guy went right up under him and didn't take his legs out, because good football players don't let you tackle their legs. They don't let you hit their legs because the legs are everything.
The other part of it was, I think you noticed that he stepped up into the pocket. Instead of spinning around and making things happen, stepped up into the pocket, which also put him in a position that it was nothing down. And once he got through his third progression, if there's nothing downfield, he could take off and run with it.
He could take that 3 to 5.
And the linemen were perfect when they were separating them and pushing them out to the side. So they didn't have a guy have to beat him inside because he was making
he had running lanes.
Yeah,
right. They were able to have running lanes for him.
Yeah, and give Josh Baker at first was a little shaky with some of his snaps, but give him a little credit. He got it back together. I thought the offensive line, when you don't have to talk about the offensive line,
they had a great game.
Okay, in my notes,
don't remember. Yeah, go ahead.
In my notes, as I go through, I'll show this online. In my notes, as I go through and I track every play and I chart it all out. That would have been something that we'd be talking about. If Arizona had lost tonight, we would have been talking about that 2nd and 10 play, bad snap, loss of 17.
Yeah.
We'd have had to.
Yeah, we would have had to. But the Cats overcame that with really, after that, almost a perfect game as far as penalties and execution.
And in execution, because the snaps were had some tough snaps. Let's say that last week versus Mississippi State. Now, he had some bigger dogs over the top of him.
Correct.
He had them 300-pounders sitting right over the top of his head, so sometimes that make you think you got to get into your block a little bit quicker. Yeah. And even that first snap today, you have some North Dakota State they're not as big, but the same type of aggression and attitude, so it takes you a little time to adjust. So it was great to see that he adjusted and got it back together because he's important to this team.
Yeah. I think the O-lines really have to understand that they are a pivotal part of this winning football team. They have to be able to take it on their shoulders and say, you know what, we can win a game just like running down the clock, getting the yards, and that's what they did.
And let me say they did. And that's what I was saying was they saw how North Dakota State was trying to win this game.
Yeah.
You get a chance to see with your eyes because you, as an offense, you're sitting there watching the other offense. Yeah. And you see what a championship team looked like because it looked like they was finna run it down our throat and finish us off, right? And so you're looking at that and you're saying, you know what, we got Jonah Coleman. We got DJ Williams. We got a Michael Wiley. We can do some of the same things. And as an offensive lineman, what I was saying was we're just watching those other linemen be nasty. Watching them just come off every time with like wedge. It's like a wedge. What's those rugby wedges?
Yeah.
That's how it looks.
Scrum.
Scrum. When those guys were coming off, man, they come off the ball.
Yeah.
Well, and if you think about it, for North Dakota State, they had the game where they wanted it.
Yeah,
they had the opportunity to put the ball, put the game away, but that fourth quarter, fourth down stand.
Did they? Because usually they blow out people.
Yeah.
Now, when they play against the FBS schools, yes, it's down to a field goal. It's something like that. But maybe the game got a little too tight for they liking. They've been blowing people out lately.
Yeah, exactly.
Good point.
Exactly. And they blew that team out that they played for the national championship.
Right.
So
Absolutely. All right, we come back. We're going to run through the highlights for you, and we'll tell you how this game came to be. Great highlights tonight. We'll have those for you coming up next. Arizona's winner 31-28 over North Dakota State. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, hand it to Matherin between the rings. Over for Creasa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Koloko. Creasa around it, drives right. Throw it for Koloko, who slams it down for two. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
Fourth down and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the shotgun. Step to his left. Step to hand off. Into the backfield and drop. No gain, loss on the play. Cats take over.
That's a huge play by Arizona. Explosive play in the backfield that time.
Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson. Dalen Terry quickly the other way, out to Tabellas, down the lane to throw it down with the left hand. Look out. The locomotive slams it home.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Show will be back in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning into our stream. Until then, how about some great moments from the University of Arizona Wildcats?
Fourth down and 2, Arizona. Down 14-0. Wildcats on fourth down this year are 12 of 20. Offset backfield. Plummer to throw the ball, looking, throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Arizona. Oh, did they need that? My goodness. Booby Curry had to leap in the air to take the ball over the top of the defender, and the Cats are on the board. ASU with the ball, down by 11, so they have to go. Steal by Koloko. He's going to drive the other way and slam it home, and foul by Lawrence.
Why Lawrence contested the big man, Christian Koloko, with defensive steal and flush.
Lawrence picks up his third foul. Big guys love to play point guard. Koloko looked like what, driving down that was from mid-court. 3-point lead again for TCU. Down to 30 seconds left. Matherin with the ball for the Wildcats. Matherin around a Koloko screen, picked up by Lampkin. Go outside for Koloko, feed it to Terry, right corner. Terry can't go baseline, circles back out top to Matherin. 10 to shoot, 16 left in the ballgame. Matherin, 3 balls straight away, good!
That's a
tied.
Huge shot for Ben Matherin in Arizona. Timeout TCU. This ball game is knotted up.
12.6 seconds to go. Ben Matherin drains a deep 3 from straight away. He's got 24 points. And we're all even.
Hey, sports fans, this is Rich Herrera. Thanks so much for tuning into our stream. Back at just
Post-game show on Wildcats Radio 1290. Brought to you by Meridian Wealth Management. Wealth well managed, life well lived. This is the home of the Arizona Wildcats. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Rich Herrera, along with the Captain Kelvin Efon, Glenn Howell, as we celebrate tonight. 31-28, Arizona knocking off North Dakota State University to climb to 2-1 on the season. Next up, the California Golden Bears. But let's take a look at this ball game for the Arizona Wildcats and the North Dakota State Bison. This was a heavyweight fight. Two teams throwing haymakers at each other. Arizona ends up outlasting North Dakota State University. Well, let's relive some of the ball game tonight and how this game came to be. Arizona gets the ball to begin the ball game after a couple one nice play. Michael Wiley 14-yard run puts Arizona with a position to punt the ball. There's a bad snap, loss of 17. Wiley comes back with a 14-yard run, but Arizona's going to have to go 3-and-out to begin the ball game. Now, North Dakota State gets the ball, and they're going to start doing what they want to do, which is run up the middles. 5 yards here, 17-yard pass play to Lipke, who was just phenomenal tonight for North Dakota State University. They run up the middle. They keep running. They keep running. But Arizona's defense was going to be huge tonight. They bent, but they did not break. And in fact, 4th and 4, North Dakota State feels so strongly about their running game. They say, you know what? Let's see what we can do on 4th and 4 and extend this play out. And boy, Arizona stands up defensively, guys.
Lipke is the running back to the right of Cam Miller. Two receivers left, one to the right. Ball right hash. Miller takes the snap, back to throw, steps up, fires right, tipped away, incomplete. Cats will take over at their own 41-yard line. Christian Roland Wallace. Great handwork.
Yeah, C.R. Dub blows that play up. And again, as North Dakota State was just running the ball, a couple quarterback sneaks, and they were ready to go in the ball game. But there's a couple interesting things. We talked about the crowd tonight. They ended up getting a false start penalty, which put them behind the chains. And then Arizona's defense stands up. That's a big play right there, guys, turning them away and getting them back on their heels on 4th down.
I thought it was a great play. I mean, we stepped up when we had to. You know, even though we were getting demoralized, I think, for a little bit when the run game and everything, but we stepped up when we had to, and I thought that was a great thing of a mental toughness for us.
Yeah, absolutely. So Jaden Delora gets the ball back after they turn it over on downs, and this is where we see the Jaden Delora this week, which was so much different than last week, is he's pulling the ball down and taking off running with. In fact, he leads the Arizona Wildcats on an 8-play, 59-yard drive that took 3 minutes and 45 seconds, capped off with a Wiley rush for a touchdown of 6 yards, and the Cats take an early 7-0 lead in the ball game. Now, North Dakota State, they are going to go over and just start running the ball down your throat, and that's what they did, especially behind Lipke, who was so good tonight, running up the middle for 6 yards, 15 yards on a reverse, and they keep marching the ball down the field. They cap off a 9-play, 80-yard drive with this touchdown by Lipke to make it 7-7.
So here's a 2nd down and 9 now for North Dakota State. High backfield behind Miller. And Miller, play fake, looking to throw. Has some time. Fires far side. Got a man wide open. Lipke. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, North Dakota State. Uncovered down the right side. Their fullback / running back, Hunter Lipke. 2nd receiving touchdown of the season. And the Bison an extra point away from tying it up.
So the Bison tied the ball game up at 7. And again, Lipke was just phenomenal tonight. The end of the first quarter will finish off with the score tied at 7-7. Now, Arizona will take the ball, and they'll try to advance, but they're going to have to turn it back over to North Dakota State. But here's where the defense really starts to stand up and play some really good football, because of the next drive for North Dakota State, Arizona ends up with some big defensive plays.
Line of scrimmage is the Arizona 5-yard line. Lipke, tail back out of the eye. Miller under center. Toss, fake, back to throw. Here comes the rush from behind. Ball fumbled away. Does Arizona have it? The Cats think they do. Inside the 20-yard line. Miller got hit from behind. Looks like I'm not sure if that's a flag or not, but Jerry Roberts up with the football. Cats take over.
It's a big-time play. They look like, I don't know if it was a corner blitz. Oh, no, that was Hunter Echols. Hunter Echols came free off the edge. And he just hit Miller right in the back. He didn't see him at all.
Yeah, I mean, not only did he hit him in the back, he went for the script sack. This guy seems to make a splash play at the beginning of every game. He's becoming to be a leader, especially a guy to get you started off, like that start-off hitter in baseball. He's that guy. He comes in and make a play early every game. He seems to get injured somewhere, but he's always making a play early to get the team going.
He's the big play guy. That's what he does. He makes big plays.
You know, it's interesting. I think it was the first day of camp. Yeah, it was the first day of camp. I think I was standing over there with you, Glenn, and we were watching the end of practice, and Hunter Echols stood up, and he called out all the rest of the defense. All the defense was together, Kelvin, and he calls the defense out because he said there were too many guys standing around there, and they weren't paying attention when they weren't in there.
Yeah.
They go, and he said, hey, listen, if we're going to win, you need to pay attention. When it's not, when it's somebody else's rep, you still need to be paying attention, not standing there talking. The coaches are talking, you listen. And I kind of took a step back, and I think I told you about that day. I said, wow, you need a leader like that.
Yeah, mental reps will go. You're one play away from being the next guy up. So I want you locked in. I used to always say that from the starter, the number one player on the team, to the last walk-on on the team have to feel like they can get in the game and make something happen. And the only way you can feel like that is if you're paying attention and making sure you're locked in on what the game plan. You never know when you're going to be needed. So leaders, if any good leader is going to always want to make sure that everybody is locked in, because again, you never know what Wildcat is going to be needed to make a play.
Yeah, Hunter Echols certainly has been making play, and they get to use the turnover sword.
Yeah, they do.
Right?
Yeah.
That thing looking dangerous.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I was going to say.
I hope nobody gets pierced with that thing.
I saw one time they had to hold the ball so the other guy could spell
Yeah.
the other guy was like, I'm not going to hold that. I wouldn't be the guy holding it.
So somebody asked at the press conferences last week, are you puncturing and deflating the footballs that belong to the other team? And they go, no, I think there are footballs.
Yeah.
No. There are some photos that you saw in the newspaper. The guy coming back, the equipment guy coming back with the footballs that had the Mississippi State logo on them. So, those are game balls they're deflating right there.
And I see him ran off the field with that North Dakota State ball today, too.
Yeah, so that was awesome right there. Great play. Jerry Roberts fighting at the bottom of that pile to end up coming away with that takeaway. So, again, Arizona, I think last year they had a total of 6 takeaways all season. We're 3 games in. They already have 6 takeaways. So that's a huge difference. It was something that Jed Fish and Johnny Nansen had emphasized in camp.
That's mindset. Mindset. That's what they're setting up with our guys. We're having the mindset of winning, mindset of turnovers, mindset of being tough, and mindset of just getting out there and getting after it. And that's what we have to have. All that stuff, if you don't have the mental part of it, you can have all the physical, because you're going to make physical. You're going to make all. You're going to be just making mistakes. But if you don't have the mental part, you're going to be losing games.
Well, certainly the Arizona Wildcats are going to take advantage after Hunter Echols forces the fumble picked up by Jerry Roberts, because Jaden DeLora leads the Cats down to take the lead back 14-7 with a couple great plays, including as he threads needle to T-Mac and then picks up the rushing touchdown with a quarterback draw.
2nd down and 10 Wildcats at the 23. DeLora play fake, goes over the middle, and it's caught. Well, he threaded the needle to McLaughlin for a first down at the Bison 8.
You're exactly right, Brian. That was a dime. I mean, he threw that into a spot that only McLaughlin could catch, and just a beautiful pass by DeLora.
1st and goal Arizona now at the North Dakota State 8. Tie game at 7. Down to 6:04 to go, 2nd quarter. Empty set now for DeLora. Jaden now maybe changing the play at the line. Takes the snap. Quarterback draw to the 5. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona, Jaden DeLora.
Beautiful play dialed up by Jed Fish that time, recognizing that they had a too high safety look, meaning that there was no one in the middle of the field. He just dropped back. That was a designed quarterback draw play. No one was there. Excellent call by Jed Fish. Touchdown, Arizona.
And I like the way Jaden just made the play there. He found his little lane and got in there. And the thing is that I think he was even conscious of not getting hit during that play because he jumped. Yeah. He jumped because if he could have slid right in there and he could have got nailed. So I think he's being more conscious of that too.
Well, and there were a couple times where he slid and they still tried to take his hat off.
Oh yeah, still trying to make up. And you know what else I want to say? You got to take your hat off to Jed on that call because everybody don't expect Delora to run because of the last game. People over-scout the last game sometimes, because you can totally look at the kid and tell he's athletic enough to make a running play. But they did not guard that at all.
Yeah,
they were totally set up. The linemen got off and got to the linebackers. That was a great call right there because they were totally not expecting that call.
Well, Arizona will take the lead 14-7. Now, again, North Dakota State's going to come right back and play North Dakota State football. 9-play drive, 75 yards, 4 minutes and 55 seconds to tie the ball game.
So second and goal now, Bison at the Arizona 2. Ball left hash. Lipke now will line up almost as a tight end to the left. Miller out of the empty set will take the snap. He'll keep it himself into the end zone for the touchdown. And the Bison with a chance to tie it up here with 50 seconds left in the half.
All right, so the Bison tie the ball game up, and there's 50 seconds left in the half, as you just heard Brian say. But there's 5 plays that's going to make the difference in this ball game, and it's this next drive that Arizona puts together with the tie score in the waning moments of the first half. An incomplete pass starts off the drive at the 25. Then Jaden Delora is going to scramble. He's going to pick up some yards. He's going to move it up to 36, and he picks up the first down with an 11-yard run. Then Jaden finds Singer on a 30-yard pass, bringing the ball up to the Arizona 36, and then a deep pass to T-Mac. Pass interference is called, and again, some controversy whether it was catch or not. They'll take the pass interference call, and it's interesting because there's 4 seconds left in the ball game, and Jed Fish calls for the field goal. Tyler Loop comes out there, knocks it through, and boy, does that turn out to be such an important play in the ball game.
Loop 2 for 2 in field goals, hit a career best 43-yarder last week. Ostendorp is the holder. Here's the snap, ball down, kick is up, plenty of distance, and it is good. And at halftime, Arizona with the lead. Wildcats 17, Bison 14.
All right, so we go to the second half, and the announced crowd of 41,211 are just seeing one heck of a ball game. North Dakota State gets the ball to begin the second half. They go 3 and out, and if you're North Dakota State, you're going, whoa, wait a minute. Usually we come in and we make these halftime adjustments. But Kelvin, you talked about some of the adjustments that Johnny Nansen made, which helped the defense stiffen up against the run for North Dakota State.
Yeah, Coach Nance did a great job noticing the run game. He brought in an extra linebacker. I mean, you saw the kid Manu got in there, made great plays all night long. Had the extra linebacker. The linebackers stepped up when he needed it to, and you have to, when you go back and look at the film and see what Manu did, you're gonna be impressed.
And that was the point where Jalen Harris also comes off with the look like a bad shoulder injury. But you know what? Give him credit because he toughened it out and went back in the ball game. What a help that was for the Arizona Wildcats because he was absolutely balling tonight.
Yeah, no, it was. And now when I see him, I'm like, man, what was that about? Because don't be laying around on the field because you don't want your biggest, toughest guys to be on the field. So I'm sure he was really hurt because you don't want to. But I always say you don't want your guys laying around because other team think they got you. So it was great to see him come back out there.
All right, so North Dakota State's going to go 3 and out. Arizona's going to do the same. Then North Dakota State gets the ball back, and they start a drive that will end up taking the lead for them as they ended up getting another Lipke 6-yard touchdown run.
Lipke back in as the lone setback. Miller under center. Everybody in tight. Pitch goes to Lipke left-hand side. He's got one man to beat, and he does. Dives in for the touchdown, and North Dakota State will take the lead.
All right, they take the lead right there. They go 6 plays, 76 yards, 2 minutes, 45 seconds. Some Wildcat needs to make a play as Arizona gets the ball back to begin their next series. How about Speedy Luke? The St. John Bosco product really lives up to his name with this 28-yard dash.
Now the Wildcats, after a scramble of 5 by Jaden Delora, have it 2nd and 5 at the Bison 30-yard line. Speedy Luke in now to the left of Delora in the backfield. Working out of the shotgun, 2 receivers, right, 1 left, ball left hash, and now a pitch goes left side, Speedy, 25, 20, breaks the tackle, 15, 10, 5, and first and goal, Arizona, inside the 5-yard line.
There was just namesake right there. That was just a speed option, and Speedy looked, and he put his foot on the gas and accelerated up the sideline, nearly took it in for the touchdown, but a great run by Speedy Luke.
Speedy Luke comes out of the ball game, hurt his ankle. We'll hear more on that on Monday on his availability for the Cal game. But he puts Arizona at first and goal from the 2, and then Jonah Coleman punches it in.
Coleman in now is the running back to the left of Delora. 2 receivers to the right on the wide side of the field. Handoff will go to Coleman, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Jonah Coleman is unstoppable around that area of the field. He just saw a crease, put his shoulders down, and blew his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
So the Wildcats come right back after they fall behind for the first time tonight to regain the lead at 23-21. Extra point upcoming.
And here's the point where Arizona starts to bend a little bit. And North Dakota State had just been pounding the football, running in that A-gap break and tackles. They put together a big drive when they really needed to take the lead once again. And it's Hunter Lipke breaking tackles, second effort, 38-yard touchdown run to give North Dakota State the lead once again.
First down Bison at the Arizona 38. Miller will hand off Lipke, and he bounces out to the right side, keeps going, breaks the tackle, inside the 30. He may be gone, 10 to the 5, and into the end zone for the touchdown. Third touchdown tonight for Hunter Lipke. 2 rushing, 1 receiving. Bison back in front.
And at this point, fellas, you feel the ball game slipping away, and you feel North Dakota State feeling stronger, right?
Yeah, no, that's exactly what you feel, and you feel like you're not going to be able to stop Lipke. And I also was thinking to myself, Rich, I said Lipke made himself a lot of money tonight, versus right. Arizona, because he showed that he could be, an NFL back. He could do a little bit of everything: block, run, and catch.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, tip your cap to him. What a heck of a ball game he had tonight, Glenn.
Yeah, he was just a powerhouse, man. He was hard to take down. He was making big catches. The catch he made for that one on the sideline was like he adjusted in the air, did a great job, and he's athletic. He could probably play in the National Football League.
Rich, remember that was my pest of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. No, dude, you're right. I was like, Kelvin, come on. All right, so North Dakota State, Arizona's going to get the ball back as we get into the fourth quarter. Arizona goes and drives down the field. They set themselves up for a field goal, but Tyler Loop's going to miss his first field goal of the season. 43 yards, no good. So North Dakota State's going to get the ball back, and they start running the football. Johnson picks up a 22-yard gain, and all of a sudden now they have all the momentum in the world. Lipke comes back, 17-yard gain. Williams comes back, first touch of the ball game, 14 yards for him. Then Arizona's defense starts to really need to make a play after Cam Miller picks up a first down with a 9-yard run. Arizona's gonna stack Lipke up in the middle for no gain on 3rd and 2. That sets them up for 4th and 2. Now North Dakota State's going to call a timeout. Arizona brings the defense over. We say somebody's got to make a play. This turns out to be the play of the ball game as they bring in Cole Payton, who's that change of pace running quarterback. They give the ball to him, and Arizona says, nope, we are not going to let you get that first down.
4th down. They need 3 here, and they bring in Cole Payton, their backup quarterback. Lipke to his left in the backfield. Here we go. 4th down and 3. Payton gets the snap. Payton surges forward. Did he get enough? No, he did not. Arizona will take over the football.
That's a big-time stop by Arizona. Gutsy call. North Dakota State, but Arizona came out big there. That's the definition of bear down on that play. Arizona, they drew a line in the sand, and they did not let him pass that line. That's a big-time play by the Arizona defense.
Jerry Roberts, who's been the Wildcats' top tackler through 2 games, gets the initial hit. Help from his teammates. Cats take over, trailing by 4 with 8:59 to go.
All right, Cats need a score right here as they get the ball after the defense inspires the offense. Jonah Coleman puts together some pretty big runs for the Arizona Wildcats on the final drive of the game that's going to be the game winner.
Tight ends right, handoff Coleman again over the 30, breaks it, 35 to the 40 and a first down. Arizona out to its own 41-yard line. Jonah Coleman, 2 big runs.
True freshman, standing up big right now, playing like a seasoned veteran. Gaping hole to the right side. He's breaking tackles, and he is coming downhill.
So first down, Arizona now at its own 41-yard line. Cats trail by 4. 8:08 to go in the fourth. Third down and 6. Delora out of the shotgun, drops back, fires the pass for McMillan, makes the catch. First down inside the 40-yard line of North Dakota State. Mark it at the 36.
Tetero McMillan, that is what he is known for, the jump ball. He's an ex-volleyball player, and they put that ball up in the air, and he went up and snatched it. Big-time play by T-Mac.
Third down and 6. Delora out of the shotgun, drops back, fires the pass for McMillan, makes the catch. First down inside the 40-yard line of North Dakota State. Mark it at the 36.
Tetero McMillan, that is what he is known for, the jump ball. He's an ex-volleyball player, and they put that ball up in the air, and he went up and snatched it. Big-time play by T-Mac.
First down, Wildcats at the 36. They're down by 4. With the ball, 2 receivers wide right, 1 left. That's McMillan on the short side of the field. Delora takes the snap, hands off Coleman right side. Stiff arms man, breaks a tackle, breaks another inside the 30, out of bounds near the 25-yard line. Jonah Coleman with another chunk gain of 8.
Jonah Coleman showing all types of power right now. That was just a stretch play, and he just broke 2 tackles and got to the outside. You cannot arm tackle this man. He's got these tree trunk legs, and he is coming downhill again.
All right, so Arizona's driving, but they end up needing to pick up a 4th down and 1. And we've always said this, Kelvin, big-time players make big-time plays, and that's what Jacob Cowing does here on 4th down. Arizona desperately needing to keep this drive alive.
B.J. Williams now to the right of Delora. Here we go, 4th down and 1. Game could be on the line. Trips left on the wide side of the field. Delora now checking off. Play clock down to 8. Tells Williams what he wants to do. Delora out of the shotgun. Takes the snap. Back to throw. Fires left. And it's caught. First down inside the 25. And the Wildcats will keep the drive alive. And diving out of bounds, Jonah Coleman. Jacob Cowing. Diving out of bounds with the first down.
And that was a difficulty of 10. That was a hard catch, and he made it. That was a big-time play.
Kelvin.
Big-time play because he only had 1 catch to that point. He had a 33-game streak going on. He got his 34th the catch to keep the streak going, and then came right back and made that play. A lot of guys will be in their feelings. This guy held it together and was ready when the team needed him and made a big first down right there.
Sets it up for the game-winning score for the Arizona Wildcats a play later.
First down, Arizona at the 22. Cats down by 4. Delora, play fake, steps up in the pocket, rolling right, fires on the run. He's got Cowing open, makes the catch. Touchdown, Arizona. There is a flag on the play. So we'll hold it here for a moment. But that appears to be in an area of defensive holding. It will be, yes it is. Touchdown, Cats back in front.
Nope, that's the play for touchdown. Holding defense number 42.
That's a big-time play. Again, Jaden Delora stepping up in the pocket, looking downfield, and just dropping an absolute dime to Jacob Cowing in the corner of the end zone. That's a spectacular throw by Jaden Delora.
Glenn.
You can't say anything about that, man. I mean, what can you say? Is that Cowing, like Kelvin was saying, you look at what was going on in that game. He was shut out. He wasn't getting anything. And you never know when your name is going to be called, and you got to make that play, and he makes the play.
And a lot of people be pouting. I mean, he came here, he transferred here to be the guy, and to be the number one guy.
The ball.
Mississippi State didn't have a great
I had 3 touchdown catches my first game. Nothing now. I want all these award lists right.
Right. I mean, and instead, you just see this guy just stay the course.
Yeah.
And just stay the course. And to me, that is huge because you're trying to build a team, Rich. Yep. You're trying to build a team. You're not trying to build individual guys, one guy, hey, we got to make sure we get you the ball, the ball. So just to see him just be patient and end up it coming full circle and him being able to make that big play and make that touchdown, that's huge going forward.
Absolutely. You know what? We're not out of the woods yet, though, because it's only a 3-point ball game. North Dakota State's been able to score, run the ball, but boy, talk about inspiring the offense and the defense, inspiring the offense and the offense inspiring the defense. North Dakota State's got nowhere to go because in the final moments of the game, the defense, they're playing like Wildcats.
3 yards in the backfield. That's a huge play on the Arizona defense. Now we got an obvious pass situation. Arizona's got to be prepared here. They got to get to the quarterback.
Loss of 1 on the play, 3rd and 10 for the Bison. 3:48 to go in the 4th. Cats lead by 3. Miller working out of the shotgun. He's got Ganella in the backfield to his left. Miller snap, throw near side, and that's blown up right at the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard ahead. Goes Henderson, and he is stuffed. It is 4th down and 9.
Now that's big time. Arizona stepped up. The defense, they got this energy out of nowhere, and that's really this hometown crowd just energizing these guys. They are playing their tails off on this drive. I mean, they lived in North Dakota State's backfield pretty much the entire drive. Penetrated on every drive, stuffed every run play. That's a big-time stop by Arizona, and they really took the momentum and took all the air out of North Dakota State's sails on that drive.
Just think about what was happening before that. They were running it down our throats, and they were thinking, you know what, we're just going to run it down the throat. We're just going to finish you guys off right here. We're going to go down there, and we're going to score. And what did we do? We made a play. We decided to say, no, you are not going to win this game. We are going to win this game. And that's when we bear down.
Absolutely, and it sets up the final play of the game.
Down to 3, 2, 1, takes a knee. They'll reset, and that's it. The Cats beat the Bison tonight. Arizona goes to 2-1. Quality win. Headline win. Great record going to conference play. Heck of a ball game tonight.
Indeed.
And you talk about a clean game, and we'll talk about it more coming up. No turnovers, 1 penalty committed by Arizona in this game.
What a ball game. Arizona wins 31-28, Kelvin.
Yeah, man. You know, you hear that 1 penalty, no turnovers. It sounds like discipline won this game. It sounds like these guys really wanted to have it. Like, again, we always say everybody won it. Everybody wants to win, but you can look at the game and look at the penalties and look and just look at and see which way it's supposed to go. And I just felt like that these guys did everything that they had to do to put themselves in this position. There wasn't a bunch of holding calls and interceptions and fumbles and it was a few missed tackles. But again, you made that play when it was needed.
Yeah, and this team, if this was the last year's team and they were running the ball like they did, this game would have been over. It would have been over. They would have scored again, maybe twice, because they would have said they can't stop the run, they can't do anything. I think this was a mental victory for us today.
Yeah, 100%. J.W. Madden, our producer, has been here since way before any of us, sir.
Fellas, I put together a extra soundbite for you, including, and this one goes out to the fans, but this happened right before Brian's final call, but I figured we needed to hear this one too.
Boy, the Zona Zoo's been hopping tonight.
Yeah,
and
done their job.
They've been on their feet for most of this 4th quarter, and now the Arizona offense here again. The Bison cannot stop the clock with 1:52 to go.
Yeah, for other student sections out there that want to know how it's supposed to be done, the Zona Zoo did it tonight. They stepped up when you needed to have noise on 3rd down. They were rocking. They understand when to cheer, when not to cheer, and that's that when you hear them talk about the 12th man, that's that burst of energy a lot of times that your offense or your defense needs, is that crowd to get underneath their skin like that and to push like that, because they've definitely given these guys some extra juice tonight.
So the Wildcats are going to line up now in victory formation.
Yep, there you go. Nice job, JW. Again, the
Thanks,
crowd
JW.
tonight was awesome. The crowd tonight was awesome. All right, so your final night, 31-28, Arizona over North Dakota State University. I'll come back and wrap everything up. Arizona's a winner. Cal's coming up next. We'll talk about it here on Wildcats Radio 1290.
This is the